Fourth graders, we're going to practice drawing in a cubist style. And for this method, we are going to look at the realistic objects that are on the left, and we are going to turn them into a cubist object using sharp lines and shapes. So you have a piece of paper like this. It has 5 different images that you're going to do, and I would just like you to either write your name at the bottom or on the back. I did not block you in because I wanted you to be able to use whatever space you needed. So the first one is a flower, and it does not have to be the exact rendition that you see on the flower, though trying to do so really does help when you are taking something realistic and turning it into a cubist. So I'm going to start with this basic shape here, and instead of using round shapes, everything I do is going to be straight. So that's the center of the flower, and I'm still trying to be true to the image, and they are overlapping the petals. So I'm going to overlap mine, but now I'm using more of like a diamond shape, then an oval shape all the way around. So again, Cubist is taking something that is realistic, but transforming it into sharp lines and shapes. Now I'm onto the stem, and even the leaf is sharp. I'm going to break this down like that. And I'm going to do this other one. I'm looking at this one here. It's more of like a tulip on a side view. And I will be doing the petals like that. I'm not looking for it to be perfect. I'm just looking for you to experience this process. And again, nothing curved. So these are going on an angle all the way down. Then I would move on to the cheeseburger. Again, the bun is round, but I cannot use any round lines. So I'm going to move over here so I have some space. Here is now the top of my cheeseburger, and I'm going to put its little sesames as little rectangle shapes. And then I've got the meat patty or lettuce, not real sure what that is. Doesn't matter. I just want you to try to do different pieces. And then that. And then we have the dog and the cat, and then of course the human, which we will be using for our project. Here's an example of my finished piece. Yours does not have to look anything like this, but it might give you an idea of what it could look like. When you are done with this, you're going to turn this in, and then you're going to come up and get a blank piece of paper, and then you're going to try to do a portrait. Again, this time only using straight lines, and now I'm going to ask that you use a ruler. That is really going to help you keep those straight lines and those sharp shapes. You can break up the pieces into like broken glass or not. I chose to make a person that's not me. Remember, that is an option of your choice. So I did his spiky hair, his rough face and jawline, and then his shirt. Another idea I did was a woman kind of looking sad, but I really liked these sharp, almost like icicle looking pieces on her hair. And using the ruler, her nose and her lips, neck, and clothes. Here's another one here as well. Again, adding some details is an option. I did a bow. This one I actually had time to outline with marker. So what you're going to do is you're going to, on a blank piece of paper, like I said, use a pencil. I'll use this one to start with the jawline. So for the head, it can be any shape you want it to be, but use this ruler to help you. And it should be one of the biggest things on your paper. So that's kind of the outline of its head. I'll put in the hair later, but I'm going to get the body form down. So I've got the neck, shoulders come off the page. For me, you can decide that for yourself. Maybe it angles all the way down like that. And then you can do a shirt line, again, only using a ruler. It really forces you to keep these lines straight. And then what I like to do is start with the eyebrows. That really helps me figure out where the rest of it can go. And a lot of students put the eyes way too high, keeping in mind that eyes traditionally are more in the middle, but because it is a cubism, You do not have to keep things lined up. In fact, you can distort them and put one eye higher than another, or maybe one eye too big, one eye too small. I'm actually just kind of making this up as I go along. So that's a nice eye shape, but maybe for this eye, I want to do it in a different viewpoint. So I want this eye coming forward like that. That could be something I want to do. And I just keep using my ruler and my pencil until I am happy with the results. Obviously, if you don't like your first drawing, flip it over and try a different one until you know that you are satisfied. And that will be the one that we will use and build out of cardboard.